Well, good morning from the ridge.
Good morning.
Yeah,
It's the sun, y'all.
my day's half over already.
Wow. You know, someone decides to overachieve. So she brags about getting up before the chickens, but I'm not so sure that that's true. Because it was, 4 a.m.?
4
She
a.m.
said she got up this morning and
No,
heard.
I was up at 2:30.
But at 4 a.m.
At
we
4
heard
a.m. the rooster was starting to crow.
one of the roosters was already getting it.
Yeah, so I've got a lot of work done this morning, and I feel like I could take a nap. I did try to lay back down, and that was a no bueno. That didn't work. Every time I'd try to almost doze off, one of the pets would get at me. So
Well, and the way our bed's positioned with the way the sun comes up is it wasn't until like I had rolled over to her this morning and realized, when she came back in bed, and I was like, oh, okay, we could just have a lazy morning. And being on her side of the bed, she's closer to the window. And yeah, that sun's right in the eyeballs.
I tried the whole cover over your head, all of that, and yeah, no. So I'm a little exhausted this morning, but it's just getting started. We got a busy day today.
Well, and I'm trying to convince her, y'all, and y'all need to too. She needs to calm down for a day.
I'm feeling it for sure. Even last night, somebody made a comment about me drinking wine on the live, and what you saw was exhaustion, because I hadn't even drank that wine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? No, like it was crazy. But I'm like, yeah, no, I didn't even.
But our Thursday nights are so much fun, guys. And
and it's our Saturday, because we don't go out to bars. We don't, we don't go out to eat hardly at all. Like, it's Thursday nights are kind of our Saturday nights. It's our time to let loose and have fun.
Hanging out with the rest of our homestead hangout crew, and all of you that are on here, I'm sure, watching the lives on the main channel, and it's just it's a good time.
And we were rolling before the cameras even went.
Yeah, it was one of those, we had to compose ourselves just because Jenna, she had a friend that had called and was in the chat and stuff, and the conversation was just
and
let me tell y'all, her friend had called and she's like, well, she just needs to vent, do I have time? And I don't know, we had like 25 minutes before we were going live, and Jenna's on speakerphone, and you can hear it ring, and as soon as her friend answers, it wasn't a hey, how you doing? She just 90 mile an hour, and just, but she needed a vent. So I mean, what are friends for?
Yeah, and she's Mexican, so it was half in Spanish, half in English.
Yeah, she was all fired up.
And between him being a goofball, we were already rolling in laughter. And when I laugh, I cry. And so I was already batting my eyes, trying to like keep the tears away. By the time we actually hit go live, we were already belly laughing beyond belief. And
but that's just another prime example, guys, of the amount of fun that, one, we have every day. And it's not bragging, it's just putting it out there that, we have fun every single day.
We allow ourselves to laugh.
No sense in walking around being, miserable, woe is me all the time. Like, happy-go-lucky. There's down days. And like I told her today was, hey, you've got a couple things to get done this morning. But, by noon, you should be able to be full relaxed, kick her feet up. And I don't want her to do, see movement inside. It was just Charlie getting into stuff he's not supposed to.
Probably.
But, just have a recoup day. And,
well, I'm going to try that. But if I can't, then the guys are going to be working on some tree stuff. And so I might break out my wood chipper and chip some mulch. And
because Eric from Tilted K is coming over today, guys, and he had mentioned it in the live, and then I called him this morning and was like, are you serious? Because, well, if you're serious about that, then I seriously have to go to town and get me a new chainsaw.
I've told him for years, even when we had our property up north, he's always wanted a still, and I'm like, buy one. And he's bought 3, used and new, and hasn't been happy with any of them. And finally yesterday, I'm like, babe, just just go get, for the amount of wood that we're going to be cutting, get a good thing.
Chainsaw.
Those, yes.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I've talked about it, but I've been able to do everything so far up to this point with what I had, and it's part of that, no, I don't know, tightwadness, I guess, of us.
Sun's starting to come up. And, I have a plan. Here you go, baby.
Oh, boy.
There.
Isn't this like bad luck or something? It's a
No,
beautiful day. We
only if
opened
it's an umbrella. It's a parasol. It's a parasol on a sunny day.
A what?
A parasol. Y'all know what that is.
I hope y'all know what that is.
We don't believe in bad luck.
But anyway, so
Yeah.
most normal people hold umbrellas on sunny days.
Hold parasols.
Yeah. I still don't know. You can say it 100 times. It doesn't mean I'm going to know what that.
I think that they can see us better, and when we're not like.
But yeah, so back to the whole squirrel. I just, it's not wanting to spend money. Like I have, like I said, 3 other chainsaws. 2 of them I did buy used, and I knew they would need work. I had them working for a little bit, and then now they're at a point where really it's just probably do tune-ups on them. But then again, is that all it's gonna be? So why not just eliminate the whole process? And when I get the shop up and running and have the bench space and that kind of stuff to really tear into stuff and redo it, then hey, I'll have extra saws, which is not a bad deal. But for what I want to get done now, because it's been, I kind of got myself bummed out thinking, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna get part of this cleared that I wanted cleared for this coming spring. And yesterday was kind of one of those, the weather was supposed to be bad. They were calling for thunderstorms all day.
And I was editing and doing YouTube stuff, and so he didn't know what to do. And he's out, we're just sitting here out on the porch, and he's kind of looking over the ridge, and I'm like, it's just gonna be gorgeous when we get that opened up. I'm like, well, that's what you can do. You can go ahead and just work on that. And all I had to say was chainsaw, and boy, he was at it.
I was in it.
Yeah.
But I burned up that chain, and I have other ones, but they'd need sharpened. And well, I'm still working on my sharpening and skills. I bought one of those fancy electric ones that you mount on a bench, and it works great if you have a bench to mount it on.
We don't have a bench.
But if I tried mounting it to one of the little worktops that we constructed, and it's, they work great as sawhorses, but not as a solid work surface that you need to not move around. So,
yeah,
just things that'll improve over time. So, yeah, I'm going to be going this morning because Eric he's just an amazing individual.
He's a great friend.
He had seen it yesterday, and when I called him this morning, he said, yep, he goes, I got a few things to do, so you've got time to get your stuff done. He goes, but, he heard me say in the live that, man, if I'd had an extra hand to drag, and he's like, okay, well, that's my sign. And, it's funny because him and I think the same in that aspect where you hear, oh, you need help, even though you're not really asking for help. It's just a common statement or something, that would be said. But also it gets you off the homestead. And we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
Was
not for 2 weeks, but
I mean, but when we go on trips like that, albeit like we didn't necessarily plan to be gone for 2 weeks, but we had an amazing time to do it. But sometimes just getting off your own projects, even if it's to go do the exact same thing. I mean, I had just done a bunch of plumbing and kitchen work here, and then to go over and help David, which was fresh in my mind. So it made it a little easier of building those things, but
it's invigorating.
It's when it's not your own project. You don't feel as much responsibility. I don't know. It's not that we do any less work. It's
Could
just,
it be that you're overanalyzing it?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe a little.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that's kind of how our day's gonna go. I've got editing to do. I know the parasol is working. Just look at it as like a.
So word of the day, parasol.
It's a photography light filter.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll not do that. And then from breakfast in the opening, y'all saw that I made that amazing French toast. Oh, it was so good. And
Ooh, it just saved your life. That was a massive spider.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And I'm going to be editing that bread video that I shot yesterday.
It is as delicious as it looks on camera. Mm-hmm. Probably even more gooder.
Yeah. So I've got to get all of these. I mean, I love having the daily chats and the daily work and all the videos to put out, but boy, oh boy, it's a lot of. It
is, and you know, right now, guys, we're
still trying to get back into the flow.
We're finding our rhythm, and we're, you know, so these are coming out daily right now. They may drop down at some point. We might miss a day here or there. You know, originally, I think we had talked about that already, was these weren't going to be dailies. Yeah. We were like, hey, every couple days.
But we're finding that we enjoy them, and it kind of sets the stage for the day and kind of, you know, gives us our starting point and our diving board. And I don't hate it. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I mean, this talk part isn't edited at all. You're getting straight from our mouth to camera to you.
I like the beginnings and stuff.
Well, yeah, you're... now the cooking stuff, obviously, guys, that's edited.
Yeah, that's editing. Yeah.
You know, these sit-down talks is just what comes to our brain, to our mouth. So, it could always be interesting.
You never know.
And I'm just staring at this project. Like, we actually had to turn the camera. That's why you're facing the slider in the house, because we didn't want to give this away yet.
Yeah, not yet.
If y'all could see what I'm seeing, you'd be distracted too.
Yeah. I can't wait.
I'm excited that Eric is coming, because I know with two people, things will be able to go a lot quicker. Because as I'm falling trees, I'm trying to lay them in piles, but I also know that I've got to be able to pull some of that stuff out. And for me, you know, if you're new here, I do have back issues. And oddly enough, like, I could be bent over running the chainsaw all day long, but then when it goes to bending over repetitively, whew, that was a big word. Hold on. I'll wet my whistle after that one. That was a lot of letters.
Yeah.
That's what'll actually throw my back out. And I don't need that right now, because we have a lot of work to do. And if it goes out, it's 3, 4, 5 a week.
Yeah.
Like, you never know. So, and I have stuff and treatments for it and all that stuff. I mean, it's just something that I know that as much as I hate it, because it's like, hey, I should be able to go out and cut these down and clean all this brush up and do all that stuff. But bending over to pick the brush, the light stuff, I can grab the heavy stuff and drag it out and it's no problem. But it's less repetitive. It's that constant. So it'll be awesome to have another set of hands.
And yeah, all of it.
We're going to enjoy
having a yard. Maybe we can actually get grass to... Oh, maybe not.
Whoa, calm yourself, lady.
Yeah, but it'll be beautiful. So that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to keep this short, because I know we've kept y'all for the last several days with some really long ones. And we appreciate all of you who have been watching through it. I would probably say within the next day or two, all because of you guys, our watch hours are at monetization level probably in the next day or two, which is crazy. And we're so excited about it for this second channel, because it's a platform we've wanted to do for a while, and we put our nose to the grindstone and just town on the tiny house. So.
We wanted to do all these things in one channel. You know, we were so naive in you know, how YouTube works and stuff. But this allows us a little bit different, you know, more openness. And that's what a lot of the comments coming out have been, was you know, you guys are getting a little bit more personal with us, or we're getting more personal with you, however you want to.
Both, because I love the interaction in the comment sections between people. And I know everyone's reading everyone's comments, and I'm seeing support being given to our viewers as well, and, you know, from other viewers. And
And
that's just amazing.
the sharing and the stories, guys.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, albeit, okay, most of it, because we're not in the physical location that we can be a true neighbor to one another. But you all, even through electronic, you know, so the comments and stuff, are bringing that sense of community within everybody. And
Yeah.
and I mean, that's what we've loved about moving to Arkansas, was that sense of community. And then it's been enhanced through our YouTube connections.
Yeah.
And
It's just a beautiful thing, y'all. So thank you guys so much.
Yes.
We appreciate you. We appreciate the comments. I can't even remember if we had any questions come out of the last video, because I was so into reading everyone's stories. It was just, it was so awesome. So no questions, I guess, for today, unless you can think of any.
I can't think of my own name, let alone
anything either.
a question.
Yeah. So we're gonna get our day started. I will try to get some rest. I really wanted to. I did the first round of mozzarella and made ricotta, but I wouldn't call it a success yet. So take 2, I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit. So the cheese video won't be out today,
And
but the bread will.
We should have a video coming out today on the main channel.
Yep, there's going to be a video coming out today on the main channel.
Back to our stuff, y'all, and like we've said, we enjoyed immensely being on the west side and helping with other projects, but
There's
it's
nothing
nice
as
to
good
be
as
back
being
to
at
our
home.
own projects.
Yeah. And y'all are ready for it.
Yeah,
We've heard that you're
so-
ready for it, and we're ready for it too. So enjoy. It's going to be a busy day of videos today. I think in total, y'all get 3 videos between the 2 channels. Yes, I've been working since 2:30. But
So,
yeah,
all right, guys, we're gonna get to it.
Thank you.
Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day,
I'll take the parasol.
and she can have that.
No, see, it does work.
All right, guys, we'll see you.
Bye.